Hello students, today we are going to discuss very important chemical activity, that is the salt analysis, the qualitative analysis of salt. In the last activities already we have discussed the analysis of group 1 radicals. Today we will discuss the analysis of group 2 radicals and their confirmatory tests. We know group 2 radicals consist of Pb2+, Hg2+, copper 2+, bismuth 3+, arsenic 3+, and antimony 3+, and tin 2+, Sn2+. So these are the 6 radicals present in group 2. These are called group 2 radicals. So out of these 7 radicals, we will discuss some important radicals and their confirmatory test. First, one thing I will tell you, in group 1 radicals, already we have discussed, already we have seen the different confirmatory tests. For group 1 radicals, the group reagent is dilute HCl. Already I have told you. And they produce as chloride precipitate. But group 2 radicals, the group reagent is dilute HCl and H2S gas. For this, the test of these group 1 radicals, group 1 reagent, by adding the group 1 reagent, I will tell you the result, that if Pb2+, Hg2+, and copper 2+ are available in the solution, if you pass dilute HCl followed by H2S gas, they give black precipitate of sulfide. That means if the salt contains Pb2+, Hg2+, and copper 2+, if you pass dilute HCl followed by H2S gas, they give black precipitate of their corresponding sulfide. This is the first information regarding group 2 radicals. Then remaining bismuth gives dark brown color, arsenic gives yellow precipitate, and your antimony gives orange precipitate, and tin gives dirty yellow or light brown precipitate. These are the some that is preliminary test of group 2 radicals. But what are their confirmatory tests? Let us discuss. First, we will take Pb2+ ion. This is Pb2+ ion. Pb2+ ion already it was tested in group 1 radicals. There is one question, why Pb2+ is available in group 1, group 2? Because Pb chloride which is produced, that white precipitate in group 1, it is soluble in water. That's why some salt may be transferred to group 2 radicals. That's why this group Pb2+ will not be completely separated. That's why some Pb2+ may remain as group 2. So the group 2 Pb2+ can be confirmed by adding same reagent, that is Ki solution. If you add Ki solution to Pb2+, you see what happens. If you add, this is your Pb2+ ion, this is Ki solution. If you add, you see the result. So what result we got when this Pb2+ ion added with the Ki solution, then a yellow precipitate of Pbi2 is formed. This is the confirmatory test of Pb2+. The Pb2+ will be confirmed by adding Ki solution. It gives yellow precipitate of Pbi2. That indicates the solution contains Pb2+ ion. So this is the confirming test of Pb2+. Okay. Then Next, we'll discuss the Hg2 plus ion, mercuric ion. If the solution contains mercuric ion Hg2 plus, it can be tested two ways. It can be confirmed by two ways. That first we can do the test of Hg2 plus can be confirmed by adding stannous chloride. If you add stannous chloride to mercuric ion, stannous chloride means Sn2 plus. If you add Sn2 plus to Hg2 plus, then what happens? If you add, then it gives white precipitate. First gives generally white precipitate. That white precipitate produce, this white precipitate, you see this precipitate, again it will be converted to what? Gray mass. Due to formation of gray mass, because this SnCl2 stannous chloride reduces mercury chloride to mercurous chloride. First, when you add stannous chloride to mercuric salt, then it will be converted to Hg2Cl2. That it will be reduced to Hg2Cl2. First, Hg2 plus convert to Hg2 plus. That is, mercuric ion will be reduced to mercurous ion. Then, if you add excess, then you see this solution contains white and both black. This black mass is produced due to formation of mercury, and the little bit if you add, then white precipitate of Hg2Cl2 is formed. The white precipitate is Hg2Cl2. If you add excess SnCl2, then it will this Hg2 plus mercurous ion again reduced to mercury. That's a black mass is produced. So this is the very important identification of mercuric ion. Again I am repeating, if you add Sn2 plus to, that is stannous chloride, to Hg2 plus, what happens? First white precipitate is produced. You see the white precipitate is appearing. This white precipitate is the formation of Hg2Cl2 from Hg2 plus. Then if you add excess SnCl2, then what happens? This Sn2 plus again reduce the Hg2 plus to Hg. That's why black gray mass is produced. This is the indication of what, that is confirmatory test of Hg2 plus, that is mercuric ion. Okay, this is the confirmed test of mercuric ion. Then another test also we can do the mercuric ion, that by using copper toning. This is the copper. We know copper is more, that if you say copper is more reactive than mercury, this is very important. Copper is more reactive than mercury. So when you put this copper to mercuric solution, then there will be displacement reaction. What happens? Then mercury will be displaced by copper, because copper is more reactive. This is one example of displacement reaction. We can also identify the presence of mercuric ion. If you add, just let me add this. If you add, after some time you see the copper turns to black, gray. Then gray deposit over copper. If you see, then it becomes black. The copper, reddish brown copper turns to gray. That indicate, after some time you will see clearly, still it is already converted to black. Copper, reddish brown copper now convert to black, because copper is more reactive, it displaces mercury from its salt. That reaction is called displacement reaction. That's why we can identify the presence of mercury ion in the solution if you add copper. That is one test. So mercury ion can be tested in two ways by adding stannous chloride. First you add stannous chloride, the solution will be white, then you add excess, then it will be grey. That indicates the presence of Hg2 plus. Again, if you take Hg2 plus ion in the solution, if you add copper, then the copper will become black due to deposition of grey mercury. That is due to deposition of mercury over copper. That indicates the solution contains Hg2 plus ion. That is also one of the unconfirmed test of Hg2 plus. Okay. Then next radical will test, that is copper ion. It is also one part of group 2 radicals. This is your copper, blue color solution of copper 2 plus. Generally if it is a copper sulfate, it is blue color, but generally green or blue color mass generally indicates copper. But we should not think about the solution color. But if the solution contain copper 2 plus ion, if the solution contain copper 2 plus ion, it can be confirmed by adding ammonium hydroxide. We can add ammonium hydroxide. If you add ammonium hydroxide, then what happens? You see the result. I am adding ammonium hydroxide, this copper solution. That is, this solution contain copper 2 plus ion. If you add little bit that ammonium hydroxide, you see the observation. You see that indicate first, if you add ammonium hydroxide solution to copper sulfate solution, first you see the lower part, just you see, observe at the bottom some white mass is produced. This is due to when you add a little small 1-2 drops of ammonium hydroxide solution, then what happens? The white copper hydroxide is produced. The copper hydroxide is bluish white. We can tell it is what? Bluish white. This bluish white mass at the bottom indicate the formation of copper hydroxide. As the solution contain copper 2 plus ion, then it reacts with ammonium hydroxide, produce copper hydroxide. Copper hydroxide color is bluish white. So this bottom is bluish white mass is produced due to formation of copper hydroxide. If you add excess, as already I have added excess ammonium hydroxide, then this solution becomes a deep blue color. You see the color, deep blue mass produced. Deep blue mass is produced. This is due to formation of a complex of copper, amine complex, tetraamine complex of copper. That is CuNH3 whole 4 whole bracket 2 plus. This ion, complex ion, is produced by the reaction of copper ion and ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium ion and copper ion both combined produce a complex, deep blue color complex, that is CuNH3 whole 4 whole bracket 2 plus. This is a complex deep blue color that indicates the solution contains copper 2 plus. So copper 2 plus can be identified by adding ammonium hydroxide solution. If you add little bit ammonium hydroxide, drop by drop, a white precipitate is produced. You see at the bottom, indicates formation of copper hydroxide, that is your bluish white color mass produced. If you add excess ammonium hydroxide, then it will become deep blue due to formation of tetraamine complex of copper. That indicates the confirmatory test of copper 2 plus. So this is regarding the test of copper 2 plus. Similarly, the another important radical, that is SN2 plus. If the solution contain SN2 plus, it can be tested same using mercury salt. Already we have done in the mercury test. For test of mercury, if you add stannous chloride, it gives grey mass. Similarly, if you add mercury salt to stannous salt, it will also give the same result. Let us see the result. Okay, this is mercurous salt, mercurous ion Sn2 plus. This is Sn2 plus ion. For Sn2 plus ion, we have to add mercury chloride. Same thing, stannous with mercury or mercury with stannous. Same thing. If you add drop by drop, we get white precipitate because formation of Hg2Cl2. Formation of HgCl2. If you add, let you see carefully. If you add, then it will be. You see, due to formation of gray, immediately gray mass is produced, and at the bottom also the white mass is remaining due to formation of Hg2Cl2. Hg2Cl2 due to conversion of mercuric salt to mercurous salt. But if you add excess or you can warm it, warming is not required. If you warm slightly, then the whole mass will be converted to gray due to deposition of mercury. If you heat the solution, then whole mercury will be deposited, because here what happens, stannous reduces mercuric salt to mercurous salt, which is white color. Then when you heat more, just warm it, then whole white appearance of mercurous chloride will convert to gray due to deposition of mercury. So at last that the substance convert to the mercury salt convert to mercury, deposition mercury. So now the gray mass is produced due to deposition of mercury. So this is the very important test of mercuric ion and stannous. To identify stannous, use mercuric salt. To identify mercury salt, use stannous. So this is the confirmatory test of Sn2 plus. So in this way we can test qualitatively the different ions available in the solution. And from other ions, generally for plus 2 classes, these are very important radicals. The test of Hg2 plus, Sn2 plus, then Pb2 plus and copper 2 plus. So this is about the qualitative analysis of group 2 radicals. Again I am repeating, the group 2 radicals, the reagent is dilute HCl and hydrogen sulfide gas. Then the salt will be converted to corresponding sulfide. It has different color. From this preliminary test also we can know the presence of the particular ions. Then their confirmed test, we have to use the specific reagents. For copper 2 plus, we have to use ammonium hydroxide, deep blue color will be formed. For Pb2 plus, we have to add Ki solution, yellow mass is produced. You see, this is yellow mass for Pb2 plus, and this deep blue color mass produced due to the formation of complex of copper, tetraamine complex copper, that deep blue color. Then for test of Sn2 plus and Hg2 plus, always the last result is grey mass due to deposition of mercury. So another test also I have shown you, that is this one. You see deposition of mercury over copper, that indicate the test of your Hg2 plus. So in this way we can identify the presence of the specific radicals of group 2, and by using the specific reagent. Okay, thank you all.